Welcome to the June Oak Park Report Update. With me, Tom Oakes. That's Officer Tom Oakes. How are you, sir?
Good.
Our fire inspector. You look mighty stern today. What's going on? Something I wanted to get into, and last time we were together, and we talked about this a number of times, the importance of smoke detectors and giving people an early warning and where to place them and so on. Anybody needs any more information about that or has questions can call you, 248-691-7504, right?
08.
7508, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I gave Brenda's number. That's okay. I'm sorry. 691-7508. That's directly to your desk.
Yes.
So response is the key. Once you get the alarm, you've got family at home, you want to get everybody out safely. What is the key to responding correctly?
I think coming up with an emergency plan at your house so that in case of emergency, when things are going wrong, that it's like second nature, it's like automatic, that you respond to that problem.
Okay, let's say we got a couple of kids, 8 and 10 in the house, a man and his wife. The smoke alarms go off, it's at night. What are the elements that you need to know you're going to do properly? What would the plan include?
Well, if you're in a bedroom, if you're a child in a bedroom, or even an adult, and the door is closed or there's smoke filling your hallway, close the door. Seal the door off as far as towel underneath the door. And if the door is closed and the smoke alarm goes off, to feel the door before you open it. If the door is hot, then obviously you would not open the door.
That would indicate there's fire right out
Yes.
in proximity.
Yes. Once you've sealed off your room, a good thing to do is go to the window and signal for help. If you can get out of your bedroom, a good idea is to have a plan of a meeting place outside the home. So everyone is accounted for. All the children, the adults in the house are accounted for. So when we do arrive, we will know if someone needs rescued. Because our plan of attack is a lot different if someone needs to be rescued compared to if we just need to save property. Because obviously life safety is more
That's the priority.
Priority
you're
over
gonna save
property.
life and limb over the roof.
Yes, exactly.
Well, and I think every family would feel the same way, obviously. So just for a second now, if you can't get out of your bedroom, that's part of the plan, though, that if you could tell your kids, okay, if you get out of the bedroom, you're going to go out this way, unless there's fire in that direction, front door. If there is, you go back door, right? Something like that.
Yes.
Depends on the house.
Yes.
But if you can't get out of your bedroom at all, what do you do? If the kid can't get out and the parents what should they do?
The parents, what should they do?
Yeah, if they go run outside and one of the kids isn't there.
Okay. Then notify us specifically what bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recommend anyone to go back into the house after their children, just for the fact of you would be overcome yourself, and then we'd have two people
And then,
having to be rescued.
But you could go to the bedroom door for your parent, right? A bedroom window, for example. So you
yes.
take it easy.
Yes. If it is a first floor bedroom, then yes, open the window and help the kid out of the house.
Sure.
If it is a second floor, make sure that we know which bedroom it would be, and that would be rely on the kids to secure themselves in the bedroom where smoke or fire won't get to them. Yes.
Not give in to the panic. Everybody gets panicky. But okay, you have to practice the route. Excuse me, the route to get out. You want to get the kids to react exactly right. You have to practice. Is this a big deal? Is this a time-consuming thing?
No, it's not. I would say a half an hour to go over the plan and what you would do in case of an emergency. And annually, do it annually. At the fire department, we train regularly to better our skills in handling situations, and I recommend that you do that at home too. Like I said, a half an hour. If you don't want to if you want it better than annually, every couple months, just to reiterate it. If it could save your life.
Sure, because you don't want to have to process all of this from the start to the finish in your mind. You want to be able to respond and do it if something happens, if those smoke alarms go off. You want to be the muscle memory, the brain memory. It just all works together. Well, that can save someone's life, obviously.
Yes.
Now, you mentioned something about when you arrive. Who's going to call you? Do I call first if it's my house before I run out?
Whenever you, as immediately notify us as fast as you can, whether you are in the house or outside the house. If the delay is going to hamper your life safety, then get out of the house and go to a neighbor.
Okay, so it's not automatic that you call before you go out. You call as soon as you can.
Exactly.
Okay, and it seems to me to be, just human nature that you're going to do it as fast as you can if you have and especially if you have your cell phone with you. That can work too,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
You mentioned fire extinguishers. Obviously, this would be in case the alarms go off. What were you going to say about that?
Well, I recommend that everyone has a fire extinguisher in the house. They are cheap, inexpensive tools to save quite a bit of damage. Fire doubles rapidly, and if you can catch a fire in a small stage with a fire extinguisher, it's going to save a lot of property damage or your life.
Good.
So I recommend that everyone has a fire extinguisher inside their house.
Well, and I do want to point out that your patrol cars in their trunks have that kind of firefighting equipment, and that's the first responder, the first wave of the first responders.
Yes.
Is the guy who's on patrol or the woman who's on patrol will zoom in and try to do as much extinguishing as possible before the heavy equipment gets there, right?
That is a good thing with Oak Park. I say this all the time, that is one thing that I like about Oak Park, and that is a real benefit to the citizens, us being public safety. Because a regular fire department, they'd be leaving from the fire station. We're already out there on patrol, and there have been, me personally, I have extinguished dozens of fires when I'm arriving there within seconds to even a minute. Yes.
Before they become disasters
Yes.
or near disasters. Okay. Well, good stuff. Anybody wants to know any more about making a plan and some of the elements that go into it, you invite them to call you.
Yes.
Let me see if I can get it right. 248-691-7508 directly to Officer Tom Oak's desk.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, sir. More good information. We'll see you in a month or two, and when you come up with something more that can save our lives and property.
All right. Thank you.
Take it easy. My next guest, Roy Voltaggio, our recreation director. Well, buddy, it's summertime's coming. It's around the corner.
It's here, and we're hopping, and we're getting in full swing.
Part of the hopping is a lot of camps, especially.
Right.
Well, to start out with, it's our tot lot and our regular summer camp.
Right. We have a tot lot for 5 and 6 year old that we have sessions in July. They're 2-week sessions that you can sign up for, and then our regular camp is from 7 to 12 year olds. Again, they meet every day, Monday through Friday, from 9 to 4, and we have organized activities planned throughout the day. We take them to the pool. We have an outdoor pool in Oak Park. Take them on day trips and do different programs and activities with them. So it's a great camp. We fill up early, so if you're interested in putting your child in the camp, register at the community center. It's supervised. We have college counselors available there, and
it's state licensed.
State licensed camp.
So meet all the requirements, all the standards.
So I encourage everyone to get involved in that camp. We do have a couple other specialty camps in July that you can call on. We have a summer dance camp. If you're interested in tap, jazz, choreography, we have a camp July 6th. at the community center, and then we have a basketball camp. Right?
What are the ages, by the way?
Let's see, for the 6 to 14-year-olds for the summer dance camp, and then we have a basketball camp for anyone from 4 years all the way to 15, and that's held over at the Shepherd Park basketball courts. And again, that's in July, so you can call to get more information about that. Again, our pool, outdoor men's pool that I just mentioned, opens up July 1st, and we have swim lessons beginning the week of July 7th. So if you want to make sure you get your child either comfortable with the water, or if you've already taken swim lessons, we do offer the different levels all the way up to level 5, I believe. So you can
What would that
refine
be?
your
Just
strokes.
level 5 has to be fairly advanced.
Oh,
It's
exactly.
a capable swimmer.
Yeah,
someone
you're
who can-
refining your skills as opposed to just learning the basic, freestyle.
all of it's
strokes.
important, obviously.
And it's Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, or even Saturday classes. So we encourage you to get your child comfortable with the water. Or if you just want to go out and hang out on deck, we have a pool that's open. This year, the hours have changed a little bit. We're open Monday through Saturday from 1 to 6. And you can come and enjoy our outdoor pool. We have a nice zero depth water entry area with some water features.
With little guys?
For the little guys, and then we have a tank, like a diving area where you can dive off a block. So there's a lot to do at the pool, and it's $3 to get in. You can't beat the price, and there's a concession stand there that you can, if you're hungry, all kinds of things to do there. So,
Yeah, I walk over there sometimes.
Right.
It's a good hot dog.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a great pool, and hope it's a nice hot summer. Last year was a little cool, but this year we hope they have the
Well,
big.
we still
big
had a
crowds.
nice turnout, and a lot
Yeah.
of people enjoyed it.
Yeah. We also have discount tickets if you want to take your family to, say, Cedar Point, Michigan Adventure Park, Detroit Zoo. You can stop by, and we have reduced rates for tickets. Instead of going there and paying the gate price, you can save some money, a couple bucks off each ticket right here at the community center. Yeah. And before I go, I do want to mention that, again, traditionally the city has their annual Independence Day Parade and Fun Day. This year, I want to let everybody know that it's not on Sunday, July 4th. It'll be on Monday, July 5th. And the parade's at 11 o'clock, but we do have, fun day activities beginning at 10 a.m. all the way to 3 p.m. at Shepherd Park. We have dunk tanks, entertainment, games for kids.
The booths with the games, right?
Yeah.
And also food booths, right?
Food
As
booths.
we have in the past.
All kinds of things going on for the entire family. We have a petting farm, pony rides. It's unbelievable.
That's always
amount
fun.
of
Anybody
activities.
who's ever done this, and a lot of our residents have over the years.
There's even in the morning, Youth Assistance sponsors a pancake breakfast at 9 o'clock. If you're a runner, there's the Mayor's 3-mile run that takes place at 8 in the morning, right west of the community center. After that, go have breakfast, enjoy the entire day of activities, and 11 o'clock, watch a spectacular parade come down the boulevard. And all kind of climaxes at around 12:30 when everybody's in the park. It's a great family event.
Do we have a concert this year?
Concert, and we have a group called Sun Messengers performing at
Oh,
1
they're
o'clock
famous, sure.
on stage. They play a variety of music for the entire family. So hopefully it'll be a great day, and everyone will come out for a fun day and
I'd
help
hope of
celebrate the
hope of the weather, but yeah, it's nation's birthday.
right.
Oh, hey, we know how to have a party in Oak Park.
Sure do.
Okay, buddy, I'll see you next month.
Okay.
We'll talk about, man, it's going to be the middle of the summer.
Can't believe it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Take it easy. Thank you.
Okay.
With me now, special guest, U.S. Census Bureau, Department of Commerce, right?
That's right.
Partnership Specialist, 2010 Census, Twan Murphy. How are you, sir?
Good to see you again, Mel.
Good to be seen again. Good to see you as always. Want to get right into it. We're in a different phase now. The mailback day, Census Day has occurred back April 1. Where are we right now in Oak Park, and where are we going to get more response?
Well, first I want to say that, of course, the census is not over. April 1, 2010 was our National Census Day, kind of a marker to say, have you done the process, sent the form back? We are at the end of the mail out, mail back process. Oak Park came in with a percentile of 74% in that process, which our goal was to reach 70% or higher. So we got over that goal, and we want to thank all the residents who participated and got their forms back in time for us to count those. Now we're in our second operation in the field, which is called NARFU, which stands for non-response follow-up. All of those addresses that did not come back in the mail, we're now going door to door to canvass those addresses to make sure that we get the information so that Oak Park can get all the resources that is due to them.
Keeping in mind that it is law that one must respond. We all have to respond to the census, but we're not looking punitively at this.
Yes.
But the mandate is there for this process to continue with visits, and these visits can happen repeatedly.
Yeah,
right?
repeatedly. We go up to 6 times to a household at different times, trying to figure out when's the best time to catch the resident in that household. Then we start going side to side and across to neighbors to try to figure out what's the best time to capture the information from that household, because this count is so vital for all the core services that we've talked about in other shows, you know, our police, our fire, our roads, our schools, and things of that nature that we see on the news every day that are struggling. So even though it is mandated by the Constitution, really we focus the community to understand just the magnitude of the resources that they're using daily
It's for our
being
benefit.
affected
It's
by
for our
this
benefit.
process.
And right in this community as well.
Right in this community.
It's not just national. Of course, it's national in scope, but right in this community, direct benefit.
Yeah, this is
Seniors, everybody else.
yes, directly. This count is happening in Oak Park to bring the resources to Oak Park. So that's why it's so important.
Okay. With that in mind, there are people who are not particularly comfortable with someone coming to their door. It's necessary, it's mandated, and it's important. But how do I know, if I'm answering the door and I haven't yet responded, that this is really a census worker?
Well, we have our census workers. They have badges. Of course, we don't promote those on air
don't show them
or
'cause-
out there because people may duplicate it. But there is a federal census badge that they have. There's a black canvas bag that has the Census Bureau marked on there. A person can ask for not only the census ID, but a valid picture ID to link up the names. But if a person is feeling uncomfortable with that, they can call an 800 number, which is 866-872-6868. Again, 866-872-6868. And now you can even do the census by phone. So what happened is a person is still going to come to the household because it did not respond in the process of mail out, mail back. So our field workers have that logged down. You can do this process by phone. And then when the person comes to your door, you just simply say, I've done it by phone. They'll log that information in, move on. Now they are going to cross-reference it. So you just don't tell them that to get them off your porch. They'll go back, check the system. If they don't see the information, they're coming back. And we're going to come back upwards to 6 times because we're mandated to get this information completely and accurately, because each city needs to know that they're getting the right resources to
Well,
continue.
your neighbors
to,
are depending on it.
Exactly.
And we're
Everybody's
depending on each
dependent.
other to do this.
Yes.
I think it bears reiteration. There is no risk of having your information copied by someone else or going to the wrong, or different, I should say,
Yeah.
federal agency. This is very confidential.
Well, once again, yes, it's confidential. It's protected by Title 13 of the U.S. Codes, which means we safeguard this information. It does not get shared out there with any other agency. And this process in 2010, they shrunk the form. They made it 10 questions. And if you look at those 10 questions, they're non-intrusive. It's not asking the Social Security number. It's not asking anything about your economic situation. Just basically how many people reside in the household and some core information that's already out there in many aspects. So a lot of people have gotten behind this process and done it because the information is so non-intrusive.
And obviously it's important, and it's important to know that it's confidential. There can be, in an effort that is as huge as this, a monumental undertaking to do this, there can be little glitches along the way. I've heard of incidents, and you know this better than I do, that sometimes 2 forms go to the same household. What happens in a case like that?
Well, we had there, we looked at 2,000 data at the areas all the way down to the tract level, which means down to the block level that didn't respond in a high rate in 2000. And a lot of those areas, when we took the information in back after 2000's process, it said, oh, I threw it out in the junk mail, I lost it, or it got spoiled by coffee or spillage on it. So what we did in this process was said, before we get to the non-response follow-up where people are knocking door to door, which is a pretty hefty penny for us to pay to send a live person out there, on the clock daily to do this, we resent forms out to those areas that didn't respond in a high number in 2000, so that if somebody did get a duplicate and they needed one, they could fill it out. Now, in some cases, people got confused and filled out too. Not a problem. Our staff at the clearinghouse looks at that information. If it's both the same, they count it one time and they keep it going. If for some reason the information contradicts each other from the same address, they'll put a call into that household to ask them almost
which is the right answer.
Right, which led us to the by phone type response. So we open up that helpline, and now people once again can call that 866-872-6868, do the response by phone, and it'll alleviate a person continuing to come back to your porch, and then you can add a little safety component in there. Sure. Because you've done it and you didn't put yourself in a situation.
You're comfortable doing it that way,
yes.
too. If that's what you need to do, you do it.
Yes.
But I did have a question, and just going back to if someone visits at your door, you're not uncomfortable, you believe their census. Do you let them in?
No, the census taker takes the information on the porch. They should not be coming into your home. Anybody asked to come into your home, that's out of order. The census employee is trained, take the information on the porch. You don't even have to open your door fully, just enough where
they can keep your screen door locked.
Keep your screen door locked. Some people even have doors where the person can hear on the other side if that makes you feel comfortable. But we want to make sure that each community gets this information, especially Oak Park, because in this day and age with the economic and all the situations out there, each community, as I talk to the mayors and the city managers, they vitally need these dollars to stay alive.
And we need them as much as anybody, these dollars.
Yes.
More than some.
Across the board, city after city, they're making cuts, they're cutting back, and this is a chance for each resident to do their part to help the funding be there for all the things that they're going to ask, city leadership to provide for them.
Okay, great. Real quick, reiterate your points.
Basically, we're done with the mail out, mail back response. We're going door to door. If the person's uncomfortable with that, they can call our 800 number, 866-872-6868. But I want to just finish up by thanking all the residents who have performed in this mail out, mail back for the Census 2010, and to encourage anyone that they know in the city of Oak Park who has not done this process to either do it when the census taker comes, keep them safe because they're from our community out trying to gather this information, as well as encourage them to call into that number and get it done. A person can pick up their cell phone and do it right away. It takes less than 10 minutes to answer the 10 questions.
Great. Okay, sir. Well, we'll see you next time around.
Thanks so
much. And I don't mean 10 years from now, but as we phase to the finish.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Murphy. Thank you. My anchor person, Catherine Ricard, youth librarian, how are you?
I'm good, Mel. How are you?
Okay, you have some youthful things to talk about here, naturally, and I'd like to start with that staple from years and years past that we're still doing, the summer reading clubs. Mm-hmm. Who, what, and when?
Who? We've got 2 different summer reading clubs happening this summer. The first one is for our kids, independent readers in grades 1 through 6.
1 through 6.
Mm-hmm. And the theme this year is Make a Splash at Your Library.
A water kind of a thing, which sort of goes with summer.
It does go
like
with summer.
Pools and stuff like that.
Yeah, and just sort of relaxing
Ocean.
outside.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's the other one before I ask you the philosophy behind these?
The other one is our teen program, and this year's program is for kids in ages 12 through 18. And the theme is Make Waves at Your Library.
More water. Okay.
More water.
More
yeah.
water. Okay. Since I've written this story and asked about this story for many, many years now, I know that one of the central purposes of the summer reading club, especially for the young kids, but also for the older ones, is to maintain reading skills over the summer.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, that's a very
And
important
when
element.
they're between grades and they're ready to move up, and what they've learned and the skills they polished before, you keep going with that. Has that been proven to be effective?
Absolutely. Time and again, reading throughout the summer keeps kids at their level and helps them improve and get ready for the next step when they move into the next grade. And they want to avoid the summer slide.
The summer slide.
That's what they call
Avoid
it.
it. Okay.
Yes.
That's a good way to put it. Now, isn't a lot of this though just plain fun?
Yeah, well, I mean, you get to pick the books that you want to read, and we
These
have
aren't assignments,
activities.
though.
Oh no, children get to pick their own books, and that's a really important part of it too. Is you get the confidence of selecting what you want to read for yourself, and you improve skills, and you get to read about things you're interested in. So it's very positive.
You, and I mean by you, not only you yourself, but anyone else who happens to be pitching in at the time over at the library on this program. We'll give some guidance too. If a child says, well, I like this and I like that in terms of genre.
Absolutely.
You'll help. Well, we got a new book with that, or this is a famous author, that kind of thing.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
You just
We've
don't
got-
let them
We've
go
got
on
good
their own, right?
suggestions. Well, I mean, going on your own is a really important thing just for building your self-confidence, but we always have really
Well,
good
that's
suggestions for
certainly
kids too.
it's independent reading. I mean, now this is not a competition, right?
Oh no, not at all, not at all. This is about setting goals for yourself that are a little bit challenging, but that you can achieve.
Okay, but you make the challenge what you want to make it.
You do, you do. You get to select how you want to do that.
Okay, think of me as being in the 4th grade. How do I get involved?
Well, first thing you want to do is you want to stop by the library and sign up. Sign up, so get registered with us and get started. We're going to have some materials that you can use to keep track of your reading throughout the summer. And we'll give you some guidelines when you do sign up as to what to expect and when you can check in with us and what kind of special activities we'll have for you.
There are activities that are associated with this. Let's say when I visit the library, you're not only going to give me some, I'm going to tell you or whoever else, this is what I've read, and you help me choose something else maybe.
Oh,
But
yeah.
also, what kind of, just give me a couple of for examples
We may have some craft activities for the kids as
to
well.
go along with the theme type of thing.
Something that's just a little bit fun and gives you a little bit of extra incentive.
For a second, let's talk about the teen reading club. And I know that this is not nearly as
As
other
structured.
directed. These older kids, they're on their own pretty much.
Well, I mean, we definitely have a lot of great ideas for them in terms of suggestions for
help
reading,
them.
and of course, absolutely. But they will keep keeping track of their own time for their reading for the summer reading club, and they'll be selecting their own books. But again, we're going to have a lot of ideas for them for things to choose. We're going to try to encourage them to maybe read outside of a comfortable genre, and maybe try some new things. But they will be keeping track of their own time.
And it helps them too. Hey, some of them are going to be in college in a couple of years. They're going to have to do a lot of reading.
Oh,
May as
yeah.
well have fun with it now, even while they're preparing to go to the next step.
And something else they might be able to do too is sort of read in advance of, if they're going to be attending college in the next year or so. There's probably some reading lists that we can provide for them to get them ready.
As a lifetime procrastinator, I don't know about doing things in advance, but I'll take your word for it. Okay, anything else you want to talk about with the reading clubs?
Just that it's going to be a lot of fun,
Well,
and stop in the library to register with us. We'll
I
have
would bet
some
on that.
information.
And the number to call for any information.
248-691-7480.
Thank you. And I know before we shut down here that there's a couple more things you wanted to mention.
Actually, June 23rd, that's a Wednesday at 7 p.m., we are going to have a special storyteller coming to do some family storytelling for us. Tanya Touchdown Dallas will be delivering.
Touchdown, Dallas?
Tanya Touchdown Dallas. She is a local storyteller, very energetic and absolutely hilarious. So that's Wednesday, June 23rd at 7 p.m.
And
at the library.
At the library, June 23rd, 7 p.m. And you did say this is family and kids. It's appropriate for everybody
Yes,
in the
it is.
family,
Yeah.
okay? And is there anything else?
Well, we're going to be continuing our family movie nights throughout the summer. Very popular feature at the library. So one Monday a month, we'll be showing either a brand new release on DVD
Really?
or sometimes some classics too. So we'll have some good family fun there.
I can bring my own popcorn.
Yes, you can. You can bring your own snacks.
Great. And of course, the same number to check on that.
248-691-7480.
Good that you know that. Well, I want to thank you. If there's nothing else you have to provide.
Well, we have a couple more suggestions as well
please.
for the adults. And actually for families too. The Macy's Adventure Pass program is continuing throughout this year, and that's a really wonderful program
That's
that
the park
allows.
and, not park and read, that's a museum
yep.
and cultural.
Oh yeah, plenty of cultural and science opportunities. There's passes at the library that you can check out that will give you access to a variety of museums in the metro area and allow either access for 4 people or 2 people depending on the passes. So you want to check ahead to see what's available.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And then the DNR and Environment is offering a park and read program as well, which is going to allow you to check out a 1-day pass for any state park or recreation area in Michigan from the Oak Park Library.
And you can lie in a hammock or just sit in the woods
Some,
and read.
some of the parks
commune
actually will
with
have
nature.
hammocks available that you can check out with the
Or
pass.
by lakeside in a park or any number of other nice
Yeah, take a book along with you
environments.
and take the family and
Doesn't
enjoy a
cost
day
anything,
outside.
right?
No, it is free. The Park and Read
Okay.
Pass and the Macy's Adventure Pass are
Free is
both
good.
free. Yeah, it's a great
Well-
opportunity to get out.
Again, I thank you very much. Keep up the good work, but then again, we don't have to tell you that. You do it anyway.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you soon.